What's going on, YouTube? It's Sensei, place to be chill, train Mr. A&D, and not Deion Sanders for prime time.
What's up, y'all? It's me, the PRIME.
We are back here for another edition of the Wednesday Night War. So I appreciate you guys. You guys have been giving me a great response of us having these things come out for you guys on Thursdays now. I think we're trying to get a nice little schedule together. Prime time has been helping me out tremendously. So, you know, I thank you for that. So we had a Fyter Fest Part 2 for AEW, and then we had NXT where Joe's going to call out Karrion Kross. Both shows are fine, but I think, in my personal opinion, both shows were better last week. Does that make sense to you? Or would you? But, well, you know, we also got to do, it's Tuesday, and you do know what that means. So it's time for NXT. I can't say it on Tuesdays.
All right.
Okay, I'll say it for just Wednesday then. I'm sorry.
I'm surprised he hasn't said it's Tuesday yet.
Bruh, well, tonight, he did call the Paradigm Shift a double underarm suplex.
I mean, to his credit, that's what it was, because that definitely was a suplex.
Yeah, it was. All right, well, had to get a little swig. Let's go to NXT. So tonight, we got a lot of things going on for NXT because we start off, Samoa Joe is here in NXT, and he's not happy with the way things ended with Karrion Kross last week. He choked him out. So Samoa Joe comes down there, tick tock, guess who's coming to smash your clock? This is what I'm talking about. Evil Samoa Joe back on the mic, aggressive. He got the night shirt on. Yo, this is Samoa Joe I love. This is Samoa Joe I missed.
Well, too bad Jeff Hardy's coming to win that championship. Like he did last night.
Hey, I have no more words. So, we can do this all night. Joe come out, he's not happy. William Regal comes out and says, "This is not what I had in mind when I brought you back." And he says, "Look, all that schematics, I was provoked." But he said he provoked Samoa Joe, the referee, not Samoa Joe, the NXT manager. And he said, "I ain't got time for all the schematics." He said, "Cross out of control. You couldn't control him because, hey, where were you when he was running off the Raw without telling anybody?" And I was just like, oh, you probably should have said. And I like how everybody across was just like, yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that though, because what happened with him with Raw. He needs to be put down, and he's going to be the man to do it. And Regal, says that Kross is on his way, and he will hope that things will be sorted out peacefully. Joe says that, look, with all the respect he has for Regal, he can promise it will end tonight. However, he cannot promise it will end peacefully and guarantee somebody is going to be put to sleep tonight. So, that was awesome. How'd you feel about the opening?
I mean, look, after Monday, I didn't anything Karrion Kross I don't care about.
They ruined Karrion Kross for you that quickly?
Well, I mean, he was dominant. He was undefeated. You know, he hasn't lost. He's been very dominant, and he loses in a minute.
Was this Karrion Kross loss worse, or was it the Fiend at Super Showdown with Goldberg?
They both were bad. At least the Fiend, he lost a championship. You can rebuild him from the ground up. This is somebody that's been undefeated for years, and they've been telling him he's the best.
It's almost the same thing here, bro, to be honest with you.
Is it?
Yeah, because Karrion Kross ain't been undefeated for almost a year, and the Fiend lost a championship as he was getting built back up for over a year, because everybody was feeling
he was getting built back up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've been messing up the Fiend for a while too.
They definitely have. Xia Li cuts a promo in Japanese of how she's going to beat Raquel Gonzalez and be the first ever Chinese champion. Dynamite make that
real quick.
Yeah,
the Fiend is a 2-time champion, right?
The Fiend is a champion. Bray Wyatt is a champion. So you want to count that way? Yeah.
I thought Bray Wyatt was a 3-time. Why did I think Bray Wyatt is a 3-time champ?
He's a 2. I don't know.
I thought the Fiend won it twice. That's what I'm tripping. Am I tripping?
Did he? Wait, was the Swamp fight for a championship?
Uh, well, I gotta go. I gotta look this
Yeah,
up.
okay. Well, meanwhile, Dynamite make their way out, but Fish and Kushida attacked them from behind and Strawberry up in the ring, and then knock Ross off the apron. Strong go the ropes into Russ. Diamond Mine versus Bobby Fish and Kushida. So now the match is on the way. Simple tag team matchup here with these guys kind of working together. Bobby Fish gets a backdrop on the apron by by Roderick Strong. The Messiah, the backbreaker. I like how Michael Bivens is kind of selling it. And then, but afterwards, Kushida goes up for a flying knee to the arm of Russ, and it catches him with the hoverboard lock to win. So Bobby Fish and Kushida win the matchup. Then we see, it's a simple tag match. Do you really want to give your thoughts?
No, not really. But the Fiend is a 2-time champion. So somewhere in there he got beat.
Yeah, we got beat twice. One by Randy and one by Goldberg.
No, he got beat for the championship twice.
Yes, but one by Randy Orton.
Randy Orton won the Universal Championship?
Yes, at WrestleMania 33.
No, the Fiend. The Fiend is a 2-time champion. Bray Wyatt is a 3-time champion.
Oh, man, you confused me with that. Okay. Look, I don't know.
See, I don't know either. Like, why did he lose it?
I don't remember. I really don't remember. I really don't.
No, see, now it's like, oh, dang, really? Okay, whatever. We're not gonna get into it. Yeah. Well, yeah.
So, we see Cameron Grimes coming in with LA Knight to the arena, complains how long it took him to get to the arena. Grimes brushes it off, and Grimes goes to the bags. Drake Maverick's arriving, and then offers to help with Grimes, but Knight shoves him, which is going to lead to a match. Was it JC Jane versus Frankie Monet with Robert Stone and Jessica Maya? So it's basically a Frankie Monet show, even though they gave Miss Jane a little bit too much offense, but she hits the grandstand for the win. Frankie Monet wins as Mandy Rose just sits her sexy, beautiful ass across the announce table, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're not about to sit here. You're not about to sit here and talk about some name. Mandy Rose sitting across the announce table when he's sexy.
I don't know. She looked different. It's like her Paige, Dana. I don't know. They just don't look. I don't know.
First of all, Dana changed, and that used to be my boo. Mandy ain't changed.
Yes, she had. I don't know if she changed. She just in the tanning booth all day, but some don't look right.
Oh, bro, I don't know. I can't get with you on that one. So we see the wave backstage. Since Gargano says he has been his best week. Colorado appears says in the corny way only he can. That Austin Theory spoke ill of him and that he's in a fighting mood. So we get a match of Austin Theory and Kyle O'Reilly later on tonight. Wade Barrett sits down with Bronson Reed. Has felt losing the title. Reed said it was hard, not just for him, but his friends and his family. A 14-year journey had ended in an instant, but can't dwell on it.
So, real quick, why is that his story, though?
What, his 14-year journey had just ended in an instant?
Why is his story that his career has been 14 years?
Has he been wrestling that long?
But I'm saying, why is that his story when, like, Adam Cole's been wrestling for longer than that, probably? Like, why is that his story? He's been wrestling for 14 years, but he's only been in NXT for, like, 2.
Bruh, that's nitpicking, because you sit, they do this with all kinds of wrestlers. They be like, it's been a 16-year journey or this journey, but and it'd be like, a lot of times it'd be like, I was in the Indies.
But the person usually is in the company for like 5 years, 6 years, and it's their journey. He's like, this is his 2nd year, and he's like, oh, my 14-year journey is complete.
But it's like for people watching NXT, they know you're talking about the Indies. They know you're talking about the stuff that he put in before he got to NXT. So he's been wrestling for a long time. Guys have said this and done this before all the time. Have said, talk about their whole life journey, whether they've been there 2 years or 5 years or whatever the case may be. We know Adam Cole did Ring of Honor. We know Adam Cole did House of Hardcore. We know Adam Cole did the Indies. everybody's seen a Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole match. You've seen them all. Anybody's seen him and the Young Bucks. You've seen them all. So you know that. But it's just like if somebody said, well, if Adam Cole said, I've been doing this for 15 years, something like that. They'd be like, well, you only been in NXT for what? 5 of those years or 4 of those years? It's like, well, we know he been somewhere else.
But I'm just saying, when other people that do it for longer or been there longer, they just say, I've been waiting for this for my life or whatever. So he specifically keeps saying these 14 years, like that's his character.
That's probably they probably trying to give some. What is his character other than? I mean, he's a thick guy. He just do thick boy, but I mean, like he's not no bone crusher. He just breaks everything down. They try to give him a personality, like they do Apollo Crews.
You see how that went in NXT.
I'm gonna say, well, he was fine in NXT until they brought him up to Raw too early.
Yeah, it was too early. He was just not getting his character, and then they brought him up.
But that's what I'm saying. But they was talking about the journey that Apollo Crews had, an 8-year journey. He was only been in NXT for like 6 months.
True.
So, but Uwa Nation had a whole career before he even came to NXT. So it was just something to build him up. Then he started to build up his character. Vince drafted him to Raw too early, and Apollo Crews was literally in limbo for like 7 years before this African Apollo Crews with the championship came out. So I guess he's trying to give him Cole, but Wade asked him about facing Adam Cole, and Reese says he wants to face the very best, and that's what Cole is. He ran his mouth, he's gonna shut him down. Kyle O'Reilly takes on Austin Theory, and I think a nice solid matchup between these two. I've been watching Austin Theory for a while. Great to see him in some kind of a singles action here. I like how he did the roll through, like it kind of like how Xavier Woods does the honor roll from the corner. He rolls through, but does a blockbuster with it. I thought that was kind of cool, and it takes a lot of power to do that, especially with your leg power. So, but Kyle O'Reilly drops the knee from the top and then puts him in the knee bar or the heel hook, excuse me, and then he taps out. So, your thoughts on this match?
Oh, my bad. I actually walked out the room during that match. You don't
like Kyle O'Reilly as a singles guy?
You said what?
You don't like Kyle O'Reilly as a singles guy?
I do, but I don't like him as Cool Kyle.
You don't like him as what?
Kyle.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that's his character. He's like, I'm Cool Kyle. Like, I felt cool. It reminds me of Roderick Strong before he joined Undisputed Era.
Well, we all did not like that Roderick Strong.
Yeah, I mean, right now he's still Kyle O'Reilly's still cool, but like he's falling into that Roderick Strong to me.
Okay. Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai are backstage, and Raquel says everyone's been saying the same about Xia Li and how they will all fail, but Dakota says that Xia stole the spotlight, and tonight Raquel will pay her back. Then we get in the ring, Legado del Fantasma in the ring with two mariachi guys in lucha masks. Is that stereotype? Sure. Santos Escobar tells him he doesn't need them, and they leave. He says he's going to give the fans a taste of the best musical heritage in the world, mariachi. He changed his mind, said he won't load something to entertain these fans. He won't vomit music and embarrass himself like Hit Row, and prove his worth by becoming North American Championship and restoring the heritage and passion. When the Hit Row come out, Shanti like, yo, cut that music, bro. And then they out there talking real spicy, man. Well, they said bingo, time to start the fight. So they go to the ring, and then Legado Fantastic attacks Top Dollar and Ashanti, but they just leave Swerve and Santos in the ring. He hits Swerve by hitting him with the guitar, but then B-Fab grabs the guitar and gives it to Swerve. Swerve tries to swing it at Santos, but Santos moves out the way. But the other member comes down, comes in the ring. I forgot which one that was. The one with the gold jacket. And Swerve He said, if you don't know, now you know, doing the whole Pentagon. And then smacks him right there in the back with the guitar. So that was the whole Hit Row segment. So I thought it was cool. And they was getting cheers in the ring. You know, they are heels. They were getting cheers in the ring. So I thought it was cool. How about you? I guess you didn't like it?
No, it was okay. I just feel like I feel like they gearing towards like a fatal 4-way tag match.
Let's see, Hit Row, Legado del Fantasma, and who were the other two? Oh, yeah. You know what? I felt the same way. You know, I'll get to that in a minute. So, I missed this. I don't know if you called it when they was backstage. The way was it can't say anything been awful lately, and something about that. I missed the whole thing. So
I think I missed that one too.
Okay. Samoa Joe's waiting for
Finals is on.
Huh?
Finals is on.
Oh yeah. I'm so sorry, dude. So Samoa Joe's waiting for Cross backstage. Regal approaches him. Regal says Cross will be here, so he needs to calm down. Tracy, he's going to be the first man to greet Cross when he gets here in the arena tonight. Regal asks for peace. The NXT Breakout Tournament first round. So we have Andre Chase versus Odyssey Jones. My big man, Odyssey Jones. Come there with the old school Big E singlet. Mostly power match. There was a couple botches that Odyssey Jones did have, especially when Andre was like diving on the outside. He's supposed to catch him, but he obviously fell. But other than that, though, he does. It looked like he was getting winded for a little bit, but he did a nice little roll through. Did like a little forgot whatever his finishing move is called, kind of like a sidewalk slam for away. And Odyssey Jones wins
it. Slam
What'd you say?
Boss Man Slam
The Boss Man Slam. So, what's your take on Odyssey Jones?
I need to see more of him.
I like his look though.
I mean, his look is good, but you just said he had a couple botches. So what do you think about him? I gotta see more.
He's green.
I gotta see him more without the botches.
I was actually opinion though, but the guy is green. He's.
I think he's more greener. Like I think a lot of these guys are greener than obviously last time. Last time they had Jordan Miles and Cameron Grimes and all them who's obviously been in other companies and been wrestling for a while. I think these are all performance center based guys.
Yeah, because the only one to me that was actually good, that had a good match was Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah, he's been on NXT for the past like 2 months, and they act like he's like brand new.
Yeah, so I think he may be the winner because he had a great match with Adam Cole. But I'm saying, just to see what the future looks like. Yeah, I like Odyssey Jones. I don't know if he's gonna get out the second round, but like I said, he's very green. He's athletic. He can. He's not Omos green, if that makes sense. Because there's a lot Omos needs to do when it comes to selling, awareness, all that kind of stuff. He's just like green because he had a lot of botches in the matchup. So that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I think he can get far as the Boss Man Slam as a finisher though. I don't know about it, but we'll see.
MSK's interview backstage, and then Mackenzie says, "So hey, what does MSK stand for?" So as he's about to say, going back to Ohio, 2015, the screen cuts off, black and white, and we are talking to Imperium. And they're talking about the tag division, talking about all we have is these immature lucha libres, these people, these gamers that try to be rappers with their hand signs. We want to restore honor to the division and to our sport. So then when they come back, it says, and that's how we became MSK. That's what MSK stands for. So I see what you're saying. It looks like they're probably doing Imperium, Hit Row, Legado del Fantasma, and MSK. which I think will be a dope match.
I do too, but being honest, I don't care what MSK stands for.
I mean, that's why they probably did like that. But however, if they do this right at TakeOver in August, do you think it's time for MSK to lose the championships?
I mean, I thought it was time for them to lose them when they won them, but yeah.
So who would you? So if there's a fatal 4-way, who would you give it to?
I honestly, because these guys lose every single week, and they've been in a feud. They've been in tons of feuds. I would give it to El Gato del Fantasma.
I knew you would say that.
Yes, they've been in like these 3-man title for title matches against MSK and whoever got a title at that point, and they put all the titles on the line. They lose every time.
I was gonna say Imperium, so
I think Imperium missed their shot because they don't have Walter. If they would have had Walter with them, but it was strong, then yes. But since it's just them, I don't think. I don't know.
Okay, because it's like Hit Row would be nice, and they are getting over. But I'm like, do you want to put all the gold on Hit Row right now?
Yeah, they're still kind of a newer faction.
Yeah, I mean, like, because I can see a rivalry with Legado del Fantasma and Hit Row, and they go like team for team for the tag team titles down the road, which is like 1-on-1 teams. So, LA Knight take with Cameron Grimes versus Drake Maverick. During the matchup, LA Knight wants Cameron Grimes to hold up his belt on the outside. Drake Maverick kicks him into the belt, rolls him up for the win. LA Knight gets pissed, starts hitting on Drake Maverick, and tells Cameron Grimes he needs to punch him. At first, he doesn't want to do it, but then he brings him back in there and tells him to punch Drake Maverick. And eventually, Cameron Grimes does punch Drake Maverick and taking him out, but he's obviously very distraught that he had to punch Drake Maverick. So I was like, okay, well, this is kind of regular. Kane Cross arrives outside the arena.
What do you expect from Cameron Grimes?
I agree. Kane Cross car arrives outside, and Samoa Joe storms in and rips the driver's door out, but it's not Cross. The guy says Cross told him to park the car around back. Cross already inside. Joe storms off in search of Kane Cross. So we get the Women's Championship. Raquel Gonzalez taking on Xia Li. Something in this match, it was going fine. The match is fine. It was nice back and forth. It was a good showcase for Xia Li. But something happened because Raquel Gonzalez had Xia Li down in the corner. And she was going for like a Vader bomb, but she did like an inadvertently, like she was going for the Vader bomb, but twisted and made her come down on her back. It looked like it just destroyed the inside of Xia Li. And I thought it was like she was doing some good selling. But then,
sorry,
what is funny?
I made a joke after he said destroying the insides of Xia Li, but I'm stop.
Wow, bro. So it looked like she could have probably broke her wrist, her hand, or her ribs or something, because the referee was over.
I think she broke her ribs.
Oh wow. Yeah, well, she was over there for a while, and I was like, "What's going on?" And then I was like, "Yo, she probably really is hurt." But then it looks like they said, "Hey, finish this match off," because Xia Li just stood up, and I was like, it was like calling for the move. So Raquel hits the one-arm powerbomb on her, and then pins her, and then
you know what? Honestly, if my rails broke, I'm not gonna take the one-arm powerbomb.
Yeah, I'm not taking that neither.
Roll up, give me a roll up or something. Don't give me a big boot or something that I could just take a bump, not you slamming me forcefully to the ground.
But I don't know what it was, because as soon as the match was over, the referee threw up the X. So maybe Xia Li was like, "Let me finish this matchup. Like, let me finish." And she's like, just let get a finisher out, because I know the match was supposed to end like that. But it's like, just let me get her finisher out, and maybe she tough like that. And then they threw up the X. So maybe she had a broken rib. Maybe she had a broken forearm like Hardcore Holly. Maybe she had it's a lot of things that could have gone wrong. But at the end, people got to think, why would Raquel Gonzalez? I'm not mad at Raquel Gonzalez. It was an accident. So, but Raquel Gonzalez is huge. Xia Li's 5'3". She's very small. And a move like that's so kind of like somebody bigger has to take that kind of move. If you go do a Vader bomb and twist and land on your back, you need to have somebody that's going to be like a Tony Storm in there to take that kind of stuff, not little Xia Li. It's like, I wouldn't do that move to Xia Li or Riho from AEW. Tell me I'm lying.
Hey, it'll be effective though, won't it?
Moving on, Joe comes out.
It's like, all right, so is that not like Nyla Rose doing that move when she jerked you over the ropes and knee you on the back?
That's more protected and control, because she's kneeing you in the back and you can control that because your are flipping. But you got some big ass Raquel Gonzalez turning to flipping and just falling on her back, and I know where to go. It's hard to control that fall opposed to a regular Vader bomb.
You're right.
Karrion Kross is calling. First of all, Joe is out there calling Karrion Kross. So
you should have said Jeff Hardy.
And they call Karrion Kross comes to the back and he says, you know, this is not the NXT that you left. This is my NXT, and he can do whatever he wants, hurt whoever he wants. Now,
sure it is.
I was about to say he's a joke now. That's messed up. So he says, I can go wherever I want, do whatever I want, hurt wherever I want. He pans the camera down that he tricked out William Regal. So somebody did go to sleep tonight. And Joe runs to the back and he gets back there and starts yelling in frustration. So that was NXT this week.
Okay.
So that was something. But now it's time to go over to AEW Dynamite, because it is Wednesday, and you do know what that means.
Of course.
It is time for Fyter Fest Night 2 for AEW, and we kick off with Chris Jericho taking on Shawn Spears, where only Spears can use a chair, and everybody in the arena with the fans back and singing, Judas is my line. Here we go. Yeah, so it was great hearing all the actual fans, you know, in that close proximity, singing his song.
Yep, Judas is Judas. The song is actually, it's a good song to sing.
Did they perform that when you went to the concert?
Oh, you know they did. That's like their only song.
They got what songs we just don't care about.
They got another song too. I think that Jericho has as his entrance. I only know, actually they got a new song too, where Jericho's on a roller coaster in the music video. Oh
wow! Remember the old one he had 2002, the King of My World.
I don't think that was Fozzy.
Okay, I was saying, because that song was dope. I like that song.
You know what? Jericho has a Dirty Diana cover.
Oh wow!
With Fozzy, I think, but it's obviously it's rock, so it's like, yeah.
Something like that. But so the match is fine. Shawn Spears is Shawn Spears.
Real quick, it's not even like, you know how he started out soft. You know, she's saying that's okay, baby, do it. He's like, she's saying that's okay. Jericho's singing it.
I was like, that is so rock right there, hard rock. So, you know, Shawn was only allowed to use chairs, but Jericho overcomes it, hits the Judas effect on him, and wins the matchup. So, Jericho gets past round one of MJF's stuff. MJF is on the mic, and to cut Chris Jericho's music. Congratulations, Jericho. He passed number one. But, of course, he needs help from glorified young boy Sammy Guevara, which I forgot he did come out. He says, but don't be helping the future, because next week in match number 2, he will be going in a no DQ match with Nick Gage.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Gage, if y'all ain't seen Dark Side of the Ring, they got the Nick Gage story on that joint. Man, if New Jack ain't down, to say, hey, he would tag up with New Jack. So, obviously, Jericho's going to get past. He's probably going to put him in the Walls Jericho on some thumbtacks or something like that. But, that should be an interesting ass matchup to see these two old guys just kill each other. Nick Gage gonna be in there like, this is the most people I've been in front of it ever. So it's gonna be intense right there. Frank Kazarian taking on Doc Gallows, excuse me. Anderson is there on the outside. The referee distracts referee distraction when Anderson holds up and pokes Kazarian, and Luke hits a roundhouse kick into the power bomb. Then after the matchup, they go beat him up, hit the Magic Killer on there, but because then out comes Kenny Omega with Don Callis. Don points to Kazarian. What happens? He comes out.
Kenny Omega basically was coming out to say, "You're not an elite hunter. You're the elite hunted," because they were hunting him basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of all that promo was really.
But so this is not when Adam Page and Dark Order them came out, was it?
It was.
It was okay. So I was getting 2 days mixed up. Okay, that's right. All right. So then here comes Adam Page, and Don Wonder Page is stupid and drunk, but he comes down, and then Gallows and Anderson start double team Page. But here comes the Dark Order because the Dark Order sucks, and they rush the ring, and then they start. Alex Reynolds and John Silver start helping them out. Then Page is a buckshot. So Anderson gets a buckshot Page. Then we see a promo with Dasha backstage with Brian Cage, and we get a video from Taz saying that Starks will have a celebration next week. And then Cage says, "Who says next week works out? Because I love celebrations." So you're gonna probably crash next week. Darby Allin versus Wheeler Yuta.
This thing got from last week.
This is the match where Orange Cassidy comes out. This is his protege, right?
Yeah, I don't. So they say it's his protege, but they're treating him like he's the third member of Best Friends. Him and Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy. So I don't know.
Yeah. So then Sting is out there because Sting is works with Darby, and then Orange Cassidy finally introduces himself to Sting, puts his hands in his pocket, and then Sting gives him the lazy kick. Then Orange gives him the lazy kick, and they do lazy kicks. Then they side up, and they both give each other a lazy super kick. And then Sting does the lazy, beats his hands on his chest. Why is this happening?
Because they're both faces, and they can do that. They're not intimidated by each other, I guess. I don't know.
I ain't trying to go. No, man. Look, first of all, I'm cool with Orange Cat. That's his character, so like that. But I'm just like, ain't this a bitch Sting? You out here doing this bullshit? I said no, not my Stanger, out there doing that.
I didn't care. I popped for it. I went like I'd rather him do that than try to take a bump. So you can do these for this week.
All right, fair. All right, so out from the crowd, the Blade comes up, hits Orange Cassidy.
Well, real quick, if we want to talk, Sting is kind of somebody that like adapts to whoever he's facing.
Yeah, Sting been around for years, so yeah, I can agree with that.
Because it's like like if he's fighting like somebody like say if he's fighting like, just say this is, if he's fighting Jeff Hardy, he's gonna try to do more aerial offense, not off the top of something. He's gonna try to do something different than what he normally does. So I guess that's his version of trying to adapt to Orange Cassidy's or unorthodox offense.
I guess so.
I don't care about all that. I just didn't care. I was like, okay, cool.
The Blade comes out from the ground, attacks Orange Cassidy, punches him in the face with some brass knuckles. They got a match later on. It's time for the AEW Women's Championship. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and versus Nyla Rose. Now, I knew Britt Baker wasn't going to lose the championship. I just didn't know how she was going to beat Nyla Rose. Because it's like she was dominant, then she got brought back down, and she got built back up. So I was like, I don't know if they're going to just have her straight pin her. So, I don't know. That does probably be some dirty kind of stuff. But Baker reverses out the Demon Bomb and then hits the lockjaw on Nyla Rose, and Nyla Rose taps out. I did not think he was going to make Nyla Rose tap out.
I did. I was like, she Nyla Rose can be built back up easily for her to tap out. She's like 2 times bigger than all the other women, so she's good to tap out to Britt Baker, who's crazy over.
So look, I don't know if he's on social media or not, right? somebody put out this tweet. I don't know if it was a tweet or one kind of these chats, and it was like Goldberg pass, Nick Gage pass, have to pick one, running off a cliff.
That's funny.
Yeah, say fuck this. I'll get mad for that. Earlier in the day, there was a press conference between FTR and Santana and Ortiz. Dax said that 4 of them came from poverty, and he respects his opponents as wrestlers, but not as men. Ortiz says, well, FTR play patty cake elsewhere. They have been here since day one-ish. I'm playing. And they are just a pit stop on their way to tag team gold. And Santana stands and grabs the mic and takes a picture of his mother out of his jacket at 15 after having him. Next pick is a shithole in the Bronx. And next is mom taking slumlords to court. So Dax says only thing left to do on July 28th is show up and beat their asses. So, but
I didn't think the background of where he grew up was needed for this promo, but okay.
They showing, hey, look, we in the hood, son. That's probably what they were saying. So.
Sure.
Yeah, he said, sure. But why not? We're back with, how did you all say it? Andrade out there saying, look.
It sounded like he said, Andrade, idiot.
Hi, idiot.
I'm going to get it right eventually.
We're back with
my God. It was a move. Oh, my God. What? It was a move he could not call. Oh, my gosh. I think it was doing Nyla Rose. He was like, she hit it with oh no, it was no. Okay, never mind. It was Ambrose. It was Moxley. I'll wait till move it.
Okay. Yeah, it said Andrade El Iglo. He's got a homie with him, holding onto some contract maybe. Then Andrade takes the mic from Tony and tells him to chill. He says before we start, he has a surprise for everyone. And he introduces the executive consultant of Andrade. It is It is Chavo Guerrero.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I was like, Chavito.
I'm surprised they had a person do ooh Chavo.
Oh, ooh Chavo. Wait, which one's better? That one or the LWO one? We did the doom.
I like the LWO theme better, but for ridiculousness, I like the ooh Chavo because it's the whole time she's like, oh Chavo, like the whole song is like her saying Chavo.
She really is doing that. He gives some love to Dallas. He hears this is the place to be. It said when he walks the station, he couldn't believe all the talent. Wow, what a great time to be a wrestling fan. With all due respect to anyone backstage, he doesn't see anyone that has as much talent as Andrade. But Andrade gets cut off by a Death Triangle. Phoenix is back. So Pac says Death Triangle hides from no one. Andrade, talking to Phoenix, says he's good, but with Andrade he would be great. Andrade says he's the elite. He is a superstar. Chavo knows Pac doesn't understand, so he'll explain it. They're all talented. Everyone knows it, but when he looks at their waist, it's not shiny enough. It should be. Though, in order to change that, listen to Andrade. I thought that was kind of dope when he said that like that. So,
I thought it was dope, but I was like, in my mind, I was like, if they join him, then it will be Andrade, Chavo, and Penta and Phoenix. But then if they fight him, he's gonna have to need 2 other people to have on his team. So I don't know where they're going with this.
Gotcha. Yeah, good point. Andrade tells Penta and Phoenix he has a question.
Unless they have Andrade, Chavo, Hernandez again. Like how they have Hernandez and Chavo team name.
No, we're not doing that.
My God, what's up Hernandez and Homicide?
Yo, please don't bring Hernandez and Homicide back. Don't do that. No, we good.
And they're gonna be like how they was in the TNA game, just beating you up, making you unconscious.
Yes. No, we not doing that. Andrade has a question for Phoenix and Pentagon. Why do they work for Pac? He says now they work for Andrade. Pentagon Mike says he isn't sure what plan Andrade is on, but Penta and Phoenix don't work for him. They're a team, a family, a brotherhood. Phoenix says Andrade that they're a family and they
Wait, did you say family?
Family, and they are the real face of the Latinos. Penta says, why would he want to join a group with Andrade when he's not even on their level? They're trying to rush the ring. Andrade tells them to chill. He says everyone works for Andrade. Just look, Russ come down to stop the triangle, give it the impression that maybe they work for him. So
I found the ending. The whole segment was okay, but the ending was weird to me because they were, they were standing on the apron as if they were either waiting for somebody to come out or they were waiting for, how like people pull their feet down and start fighting.
Yeah,
I thought one of those two things was going to happen and nothing happened.
It really did. It really went on. It had some cool lines. It was cool bringing out Chavo. It probably should have ended there, but I was just like, this thing just kept on going and going. So I was like, okay.
I would rather have Chavo as Andrade's manager than Vicky, so they did that right.
Yeah, they did
that. But
right.
Do you think this turns into like a 3-on-3 feud?
I'm scared to say yes.
Look, I don't know who Andrade's partners would be.
Neither do I. So I'm scared to say yes. Please don't, because ever since you said bring back Hernandez and Homicide, I don't know. I
was thinking they can bring Bandino and Rush. Those two, I think that they would be good.
Okay.
Bandino, and they were both on AEW before tagging. They both tagged with Lucha Brothers.
Okay, I got you.
Well, maybe not actually, because Bandino's the Ring of Honor champion right now. So,
what's the possibility? Maybe. The Blade versus Orange Cassidy. I didn't see too much of this match other than Orange Cassidy wins with the Orange Punch. Orange grabs the Knuckles, he puts them on. Orange punches the Blade one more time, and Orange takes the Knuckles off before leaving. And Jericho's backstage, back to the camera, says if MJF is going to bring Engage.
Oh, they did. I wish they did it how I wanted them to do it, because I already knew it. Once I saw the jacket, I was like, well, I mean, it's over. But yeah. I wish it was like behind like a shadow or something. Make it more dramatic, how Jericho usually does. Or you know how they close in and then pan out. I wish it was something like that, but this was cool too.
I mean, it's cool to see the Painmaker coming back.
Yeah, I always love the Painmaker because obviously Jericho likes to reinvent himself, but the Painmaker was like his weirdest experiment because he got to use like the mascara and the spike jacket and hat. He just experimented.
That's the one that won against. That was the one that first came to Japan, right? The first time.
No, the second. The
second time, gotcha.
Yeah, that's when he defeated like 3 or 4 people when he was the Painmaker.
Mm-hmm.
We defeated Naito, beat the crap out of Naito, destroyed Naito actually. He beat Evil, and he beat somebody else. Sure. But then that's when he fought Okada. That's when it was birthed.
Well, I will say this: him going back to the Painmaker obviously makes you want to see more of the match now.
Well, yeah, it's still gonna be,
yeah,
it's still gonna be wild, but we'll see. I wonder what's next though. We already know he's gonna beat Nick Gage. I wonder what's next. Like, who's next? Because if we're bringing in people, I'm excited now.
I agree. So it won't be AEW people. So yeah. Oh, I'll wait and see. We gonna be on this ride. Jon Moxley taking on Lance Archer for the IWGP United States Championship in a Texas death match. Brutal matchup by these guys. These two hardcore guys. Jon Moxley brings in 2 chairs in the ring and puts their backs towards each other, but then gets chokeslammed spine first. I hate them spots only because I know that shit hurts. Gets chokeslammed spine.
And that's the spot where Jim Ross was like, he just went for that clothesline, that I get it right. That and then there was like choke slam. It was like that's what I meant. If I was them, I would not have helped them. He was like that. Oh my gosh, that. And then I think it's Excalibur choke slam. There we go. That's what I meant to say.
Oh man, it's hilarious. There are 2 tables set up on the outside of the ring, and then Moxley goes to the outside, gets these 2 barbed wire boards to go on top of these tables.
So last time they fought in this type of match, he did the paradigm shift from the apron through the table.
Mm-hmm.
So he does like a callback.
Oh, okay, yeah. And what I realized is that since the Texas Death Match is like a last man standing match, also, that's basically what it is. But usually Texas Death Match is what you had to pin them for the 3 count first, then do the 10 count.
I think they wanted to do that, but they just wanted the last man standing match because sometimes the rules you gotta keep explaining. So they just said this is a Texas Death Match. We'll just do a last man standing style, not pin, and then
Yeah, but because I remember the Texas Death Match. They kind of cool, but they take a while because you gotta do a 3 count.
Yes, cause the one in New Japan, they pinned first, and then it was
count.
Yeah.
So Lance Archer, instead of getting the paradigm, because he gets a paradigm shift in the ring, but it looks like a double arm suplex. That's what Jim Ross says. He wore that double arm suplex, but then Excalibur and Troy Fyter said he's out because of that paradigm shift. Because I mean, he would have probably popped up but he pops up at 4, gives Moxley the finger, so it's like, yo, he's winning. So he takes Moxley off the apron, chokeslams him through 2 tables and that barbed wire boards, and it looks like one of them ain't given. It looks like it's really stuck on him. And
I don't know if it's Moxley that's doing this or Archer, but he could barely get him up for these choke slams.
I think that's Archer.
Because I don't know if Moxley wasn't jumping high enough, but he was just like it wasn't looking.
I know Moxley tried to get high enough for that one on the chairs.
Well, yeah, that one. But the one when he did it on the apron, I was like, it looked almost better than the Hogan one. I'm like,
ooh. Well,
my back, brother.
So Lance Archer wins the IWGP when Moxley cannot answer the 10 count, and
I'm so glad.
After the celebration, we see please, I'm gonna butcher this name, Hikulu.
Just do how Jim Ross said. That's the son of King Haku.
That's the son of King Haku. All right, he comes to the ring, and they're gonna go face to face, I guess, next week.
Yep.
So is he a transitional champion?
Who?
Archer.
No.
Oh, okay.
They don't do that in New Japan.
Oh.
No, I mean, if you're going to have it, though, you're going to have it for at least 30 to 40 days, 50, 60 days.
All right, well, guys, that was the Wednesday Night War. So, Prime, which one wins this week, NXT or Fyter Fest Night 2 from AEW?
I'm giving it to Fyter Fest just because they finally let Lance Archer win. I wanted him to win, but I didn't think AEW was going to... I didn't think New Japan was going to do a title change on a show that's not New Japan. But I'm glad that they gave him a title. Finally gave him a win instead of putting him in these big matches and he always lose. So that's a plus for me.
I do agree. I'm going with AEW with the win tonight too. NXT was more so on the dry side, especially how the main event ended and everything. So I'm definitely giving it to AEW tonight for it. Even though I complained about the Sting thing, the Sting thing was kind of cool. I'll just be like, he's so old. But anyway, that is our review for our Wednesday Night War. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and join us next Thursday for more. Me and Prime, I really can't wait to check out AEW next week because I really want to see what's going to go on with this Painmaker and Nick Gage fight. They made me interested in seeing a Nick Gage match because I did not care about Cage versus Jericho, but him being the Painmaker does make me care. Seeing the Team Taz stuff next week is cool.
Do you think this is a ploy for him to get every character of Jericho? What if he come out as the Lion Tamer against like Lance Storm the week after.
Yo, that would be kind of dope. It's like we get all the different iterations of Jericho. That would be kind of dope.
MJF did say his 3 letters are the most important 3 letters in AEW. So what if like Y2J is like the last one or something?
Oh, but see, the if it is the sad thing is he can't come out to the Zoom the countdown. He come out with the jacket.
They could do a bootleg countdown. They could be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. I don't know.
You know damn well you don't want that. You want the Zoom, yeah. That Jericho. Come on, Jericho. You know I got you.
They pay for it now. No, like they can't pay for it.
Break the walls down and break down the wall. Yeah. So, all right, guys. So if you listen to us right here on the podcast, stay tuned as we finish out the podcast. But if you guys listen to us on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, and share to Nerd Culture Studios for more wrestling content every single week, and of course the Prime Nostalgia Podcast. So once again, this is NC and Place to Be Chum Swimmer Staying D, not Deion Sanders for Prime Time.
All right, y'all.
All right, and the Nerd Coalition is out.